Will you be able to find a job as a web developer? If you want to learn coding, if you want to learn web development, and you're just starting out and you're doing this to switch careers, that might be tricky. You don't want to give up your old career just to see that you can't find a job in the new career, right? So what are the job prospects? Like, how likely are you to find a job as a web developer? Many bootcamps promise you just do the bootcamp, you graduate, you have the skills, you will ace the interviews, and you will get a job as a web developer. Some even give you a job guarantee. We don't do that because we know it's tricky. And in this video, I explain to you in a no bullshit manner what you need to expect and how you can successfully find a job, even though it might be hard. Right now, we are in January 25, and the tech industry is going through a rough time. We see that developers are being let go in almost every company we know. That's a bit of a problem. I mean, not only for you as a junior developer who wants to find a job in the industry, but also for the experienced web developers, because that changes the job market, right? You now not only have junior developers trying to get jobs and have a ton of bootcamp graduates who want to get jobs, but also you now have senior developers who have been let go, who are looking for jobs. And if a company wants to hire someone experienced, if they hire skill, they rather take an experienced software developer than a software developer who just graduated from bootcamp, right? So it's definitely become harder for junior developers. But on the other hand, the tech industry is going through a rough time right now. That also means that companies have less money to pay the salary of a very experienced senior developer. So companies are much more likely to open positions for junior developers. So even though there are less positions overall, you might see a couple more junior developer positions, especially in the small companies that, don't already have a large workforce that they just let go, but they're actually developing a new product where they need people who can help with their web applications. And that's where you come in. So you apply to these positions and you show them your talent. If you can do that successfully, your chances are actually good to find a job. So if you successfully want to apply for junior positions, there are a couple of things on your checklist. So what you need to bring, what companies want to see, are a couple of things. Number one is you need to be able to code. So you need to be able to use the programming language. You need to be able to speak the language so that you can creatively use it. So you actually need to be able to write functions, write loops, know how to do things in the programming language, similarly to like having a conversation in that foreign language that you just learned. So you need to be kind of fluent in the language. We call that being able to code. Number two is you need to be able to think independently. That means they're looking for people who not just come ask the other developer every 5 minutes to fix a thing for them that they can't figure out on their own, but you need a certain persistence that you stay with your problems and solve them on their own. Look things up on Google with ChatGPT, with whatever AI you use, and kind of be able to problem solve on your own, which brings us to number three. Problem solving. You need to be able to solve problems. So you need a certain frustration tolerance. So next time you encounter a problem, you're not gonna give up frustrated, but you take a step back, you try to understand where does the error come from, and you need to be able to get around that problem and get to your goal to solve the problem that you have. And this is also like a kind of creativity that you need to have. So if one way that you thought will work doesn't work, how else can you get to that problem? So these are I would say the 3 top things that you need to show to a company. I can do that. I can be of help to you, which is 1, be able to code, 2, be able to think on your own, and 3, be able to problem solve. If you can show that in a job interview, I'm sure your chances are pretty good. At Hamburg Coding School, we keep statistics of how many people find a job as a web developer after graduating from our course. And we're currently at a little bit over 80%. That's partly due to how the course is structured and that we put high emphasis on learning to speak the language and problem solving skills, but it's also a reflection of who is taking our course, right? So these are the things you need to know. Competition is getting higher in this industry. Jobs are not as many as they used to be before, but as a junior developer, you can actually find a job if you bring certain things to the table, skills like problem solving. Not everyone can do it, but I figure if you watch this video, you might be one of the more clever people who do some research before they go into their endeavor, and chances are you're one of these people who are clever enough to make it, to be in the 80% who graduate from the course and then find a job as a junior developer. So go and find that job. If you want to be part of our Slack community, I invite you to join our Slack and exchange thoughts, ask questions to more experienced developers. Maybe see how our alumni found jobs. Maybe they will be happy to tell you their story. So I leave the invite link down in the description. I'd be happy to see you. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.